And welcome and thank you for joining me today. I'm Chip Dancer, I'm the Zombie Hitmen, and this is just a um final video of our PvP base on one of the servers we play on. The game is rapidly approaching Alpha 15 with a huge amount of playtesting going on right now. So I thought before the server gets wiped, because it could drop any day, who knows? It could be next week, could be tomorrow. Go ahead and get a quick just a base reveal here. So this is our base. Doesn't look like much. It's a lot bigger than I will ever build again. Uh, Close to 100,000 concrete, tons of resources. You know, Zach, aka Canadian Boy Lover, No Slack, and myself have spent a lot of time. As you can see, we have the typical moat. Zombies won't die falling in it. It's just not that far, but they're pretty much fucked if they fall in there one way or the other, though. As you can see, outer walls concrete, inner walls concrete. I unfortunately, this actually started out as a house, a prefab, POI. It's because it had a furnace, so we were able to get started, and we just kind of built around it. The disadvantages, it's not on flat ground. It's caused endless headache. As you can see, this turns into being a wall instead of a ledge for them to walk over. Earlier defense, once we mapped out the perimeter, tons of spikes. A lot of them are gone. We haven't really replaced any. Entire field here is wiped out from one horde. Spikes have been damaged, need to be repaired. Blocks have been damaged, need to be repaired. Nothing really big, nothing really threatening per se. So here's our airlock. I actually have a better design for this now that I've learned, but it's fully reinforced. So pretty much when you enter the base, if you don't have build rights, you can't get through. It's as simple as that. No build rights, you're not getting in. Of course, if I had realized, I would have used reinforced metal sheeting, since it has the same weight, and done that way, so there'd be no blocks that you could walk on, because there's still the possibility that people could actually get on top and slowly mine their way through. It would be hell as hard, since I've claimed blocks all around here, but it's not unfeasible. No base is indestructible. No base is unbreachable. This is our inner courtyard. Shit ton of materials. This is excess storage. It's full. That's heaven if you ever break in there. We have walkways, as you can see, iron rail walkways all across the base. So that's another storage area to be, but we're not continuing because, you know, we don't need it. The server's not going to be around. Interesting idea, granite floorboards, which are actually granite cabinet tops. Extra storage right in the floor. This is something we had fun with, the idea, and then we realized that in an important area like the central tower, it would be a liability. So this wooden area above me, it's not the high security area. It's just a farm, interior farm. We have more food than we could possibly use. There's an exterior farm just for growing mass quantities of green tea as well outside. You'll notice this black. This is actually reinforced concrete with reinforced metal siding on it, which adds about another 6,000 plus points, or another pickaxe to go through. A protected block, full skill character, with the metal siding. It's about a 3 pickaxe job. So, is it impossible? No. But everything's at least 2 layers deep. 3 in some places. So, primary entrance. As you can see, it is all reinforced metal. You know, murder holes. This is the original Ford from the original house, actually. You know, pretty much it's used for bullets and stuff like that. This here was added. It hasn't been used. You know, kind of a waste of space. No Slack was going to make this his home, but he's been busy with work lately. So, and with everything being done and the server population not being that big, there hasn't been a lot of PvP. So, again, murder hole. If you're coming into the space and we're online, we are going to murder you. high ceilings so that you can't attack the ceilings directly. Double airlock to the garden. From the garden, you can jump on the rails. So not only can you see straight down in the pit to kill off zombies, because at this far in the game, this many days in, when the horde hits, they don't die when they hit. They crawl around for a while, then they die. Remove the side rails so that somehow you should get up. You can't just jump over. These rails also prevent spider zombies from getting into your base. It's not 100%. It happens. Sometimes they crawl in. High rails up here as well for the actual proper tower. The base principle of this design is just deniability. If you've got enough resources, you can get in here. We're not unbeatable. We're not indestructible. No base really is. It's just how much are you willing to deal with. This airlock here, we came up with this one here. This airlock specifically right here goes to our mine. Goes all the way down. I'm not going to bother going up there. It's huge. And this airlock goes to our spike recovery area. So basically, what I've engineered is a area under the spikes. As you can see, these 1/4 length wood blocks, you can fall through them, or you can do this, you can place full-size blocks on them. So we have access to the blocks in order to update them, as well as through the gaps to loot any zombies or backpacks that are caught up there. So we can do all our repairs safely under here during Horde Night, as well as do all our looting. Easy peasy. Life is good. Got a double airlock, air gap system just in case. We generally will break the spikes as the ladders as needed. We're going away for a while. So, again, unfinished space. This was reserved for our player No Slack to decide what he wanted to build here, but again, he's been busy with work, so he hasn't been on. So it's just been me and Jordan, aka Zach. And this is the final airlock to our bird's nest per se. All our immediate supplies were fully loaded here. Tons of ammo, murder holes galore. So no matter where you're at, no matter how you're getting in, how you're trying to get up, we can hose you. Outside door, same thing. If you're wandering around on the inside perimeter, whether you be zombie or mortal, you know, we can see you. We can shoot at you. I'm not saying that we won't get killed. Put some snipers on the ridge and we're just as screwed. But, you know, we can't hold the place. Unfortunately, we didn't really get a chance to test that theory because only a couple people found us and they didn't last too long. And they never came back. So, then of course, the final test is the rooftop. Got our lights lighting everything up. Wish I would have found more car batteries, but this server hasn't been restarted, hasn't been wiped in a long time, so 99% of the resources are toast. The server admin has respawn of loot set for 30 days real time, so it's hard getting a lot of the resources that you would really need, like the rare items, since we've had to travel the borders of the map just to find the few cars that we were able to find for batteries. And they have a shop system here with the Z-Coins on this server. Even though it's an unmodded server, they have the Z-Coin system. And we've had to kill a lot of zombies just to buy things like calipers and a couple batteries and a couple engines for our cement mixers. And, you know, we were delayed getting into cement very long, which sucked. As we could have been wiped out early on in the game. And a zombie just walked through here somewhere. Not sure where, but he's dead. So, That's pretty much about it. So I don't know if we'll be back on this server again. It's unlikely. It's had a lot of problems. There are other servers that'll probably be fun to play on, but I don't know. With 15, it may solve a lot of issues, but there have been a lot of days we just couldn't play until the admin got on and fixed things. And I think it's part of the Z-Coin system causing problems. I don't know. So before I sign off, I'm going to go make life interesting by breaking a bunch of ladders. So... And by breaking the ladders, even if they breach this, unless they take out all of the blocks, our claim blocks, they can't actually climb. They can't place a block, so they can't climb. So... one of the things I'll do, just in case I do come back on here, is I'll get about 10 ladders on me. And that's about it. That's really it. That's all there is to here. It's a nice space. It's just way too damn big. I'll never build anything this big again. Maybe a 7x7 with a front yard and a moat. It will be it. Underground bases have the distinct disadvantage of, sure, you're protected from the zombies, but once the players get down, they can mine down. They can always mine down, because you're not preventing them from placing blocks. Where above ground bases have the disadvantages of being seen and being visible, but if you're smart, you can make it to the point where they can never reach your resources short of collapsing the base, because they can't get to the claim blocks. So, your pros and cons, depending on how you like. So, everybody, have a nice day. Peace. Talk to you later. Bye.